Guys, it's Cigar Bob from Cigar Conneticut back again. Beautiful evening here in Selma, North Carolina. It's Saturday evening, and this past week I got some cigars in the mail by FlorDeFlorez Cigar Company, and I contacted the owner. His name's Carlos Flores on Facebook, and I saw some of the cigars that he had put out, and was very interested in trying some of the blends that he, his cigar company puts out. This past week in the mail, he sent me a sampler of 3 of these different cigars, which is FlorDeFlorez. It's a beautifully constructed cigar. Very nice light wrap. I want to say this wrapper right here is Conneticut Shade Grown, so I'm not expecting this cigar to be overly strong or overpowering by any means. I'm expecting this to be a very nice mild to medium, with maybe a hint of spice on the wrap. It's got beautiful long fillers, and this company's been around for quite a while out of Miami with Senor Flores. I want to say back in the 1960s, this was their original blend, the Miami Blend. And supposedly this has been going strong for a good while, so that's well over 50 years ago. So we're going to do a cut and light on this today. This is a Toro, by the way, so it's a 6x52, and I'll let you guys know how it is here in just a second. We're going to do a cut and light. So once again, here's the label. You can see this is the Miami Blend. I want to say a box of these is $162, and the construction on it looks really good. It's got a beautiful smell to it, a little bit of cedar on the wrap. Overall, this looks like it's going to be a really pleasing cigar, and let's go ahead and cut this and light this and see what we're getting out of it. I kind of like to soften the tip just a little bit, just kind of moisten it a little bit before you clip it, just so it doesn't crack on you. Sometimes cigars, if they're not humidified correctly, or whatever, if they're not putting the humidifier right, they can crack and split on you easily if you don't moisten the tip, right here around the edge of the cigar. That's why you'll see me doing this for a little bit. Kind of like this. Just put it in your mouth for a minute or two. It gets the tip nice and wet, so when you cut it, it stays together much better. Anyways, let's do a light on this and we'll see what we're getting out of the cigar here. You'll always see me do this in every cigar review video. I'll light it up really good, and then I'll blow on the wrapper just a little bit. I'll make sure it gets lit really well, because I don't like these things to run on you. But like I said, I got on Facebook, and I'm all about trying new cigars, new blends, new brands, and finding new companies that I don't have access to around here. That's one of the biggest things in the cigar industry, is trying to find people that have their own cigar company and produce really quality cigars that you just don't have access to. And this is, for example, this is one company I never heard of. I don't have access to it, locally. But you can go on their website, FlorDeFlorezCigars.com, and you can pick up boxes of these. I'm sure they even sell them in singles. But like I said, a box of these is $162 for the Toros, which is not a bad price by any means. I'm not sure how many comes in a box on the website. I don't think it says. I want to say maybe 20 to 25 sticks, which is about average. But like I said, I contacted the owner directly through Facebook, and I told him that his cigars look very interesting, and I'd really like to sample a few of them. So he was kind enough to send me a few, in a sampler in the mail to check out and review. So let's get a nose exhale off this thing now that it's lit good, and let's see what we're getting out of this cigar. Very tasty. Very, very, very tasty. I expected this to be a lot milder on the first nose exhale. There's a good bit of spice on the first nose exhale, kind of surprising. I'm not sure what kind of fillers this cigar has on the inside. I want to say that's probably Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers. And I want to say it has, I really want to say it has an Ecuadorian Dominican binder. I could be wrong. I don't have the full rundown on this cigar. I looked up what I could on this cigar, and I couldn't find a whole lot of information as far as details. The only thing I could really find out was that it had a Conneticut Shade Grown Wrap, which you can definitely tell it's not a very dark cigar, but it's not as light as a regular Connecticut wrapper. So I definitely expected this to be a lot milder than that first nose exhale. But overall, the construction on this cigar looks incredible. I mean, great smoke through the first nose exhale, easy draw, nice construction, very plain labeling, which isn't bad. Probably saves the company a fair amount of money on labeling. And, you know, sometimes labels are not all about the cigar, you know. I've seen some really fancy labeled cigars that were just pure garbage. So anyways, let's do another nose exhale off this cigar and see what we're getting now. Very smooth. Nice little notes of white pepper on your tongue. Not overpowering by any means. Getting a nice creamy finish on the nose exhale. And just an overall very pleasant aftertaste. Definitely not going to be an overpowering cigar, as I mentioned earlier. Trying to see what else am I getting out of this cigar. Very nutty, creamy aftertaste, which is very nice because I just finished dinner, and sometimes I don't like to start a you know, a strong cigar right after dinner, especially after a real heavy meal. It's kind of nice to start out a little milder to medium, which this is definitely medium. I wouldn't say this is mild by any means, but you know, I want to give a big thank you to FlorDeFlorez for sending me these to sample because, like I said, I don't have access to these locally, so I cannot pick these up. I would have to order them. And once again, I didn't know that this company existed, just like probably thousands of other companies that I didn't know were out there. And so I'm really thankful when people send me cigars to sample because it gives me, you know, I've smoked all of the general brand cigars that you could possibly imagine, you know, all the Illusionis, almost every Tatuaje that's ever been made, you know, all the My Father cigars, you know, just everything that you can think of, Romeo, Juliet's, Monte Cristos, you know, just any name you can think of, almost all that are in a general cigar shop. I've smoked almost every blend, every brand that they put out. So, you know, getting on Facebook is very nice. Social media can be a problem in some ways. But, you know, when you're on social media for the right things like this, you know, trying to, you know, meet fellow cigar smokers, find other companies that you didn't know existed like this. FlorDeFlorez, very good cigar so far. It really allows you to intermingle with people online, and, you know, it allows you to broaden your horizons in the cigar world. So, Facebook is very good for connecting with people and you know, promoting stuff. Like myself, I'm trying to promote my website, Cigar Cognoscente, where I'm doing these reviews. You know, I have a YouTube channel as well that's linked into my account. And, you know, I give a general rundown of every cigar I review. I give a full write-up of it, and then I give the video attachment on the cigar page. And I also do a, you know, I'll link products to manufacturers. So on a lot of these cigars, they're directly going to be linked to the product. So if you want to buy them, all you do is click on the link. It'll take you directly to where you need to buy them. So there's no searching involved whatsoever, which is very nice. But, you know, like I said, Facebook's great for promoting. It's great for intermixing with people that you know, wouldn't be able to get in touch with on a daily basis. So, but let's do another nose exhale off this cigar. I really like this so far. Tons of smoke. Very, very tasty cigar. I can't say anything bad about the way this tastes. Still getting that very little light notes of spice and pepper, and just an overall creamy, nutty finish. Very consistent burn, as you can see. Haven't had to relight it. You know, I don't do the full reviews on these cigars, you know, as far as doing the whole hour and a half smoke. I think 10, 15, 20 minutes gives you a really good rundown on the cigar. You know, sometimes they can change on you towards the, you know, halfway point or towards the end, but most of mine stay pretty consistent. And, you know, in the review write-ups, if something changed in the final third of the cigar and I didn't mention it in the video, of course I'll note it in there. So, but, you know, overall I would definitely give this probably 8.5 to a 9 out of a 10, just because of the pure construction. The burn is great. The aftertaste is incredible. Very, very good quality cigar. I'm very glad that I found about this company because, you know, like I said, it broadens your horizons in the cigar world. And, you know, it gives you access to stuff you never even knew existed. So, let's do one more nose exhale before I end this review. And, you know, I'll start working on the write-up after I'm done with this. And, you know, it'll probably be posted on my website tonight or tomorrow. So, usually takes a little time to edit the website. Very pleasing. Just a very, very smooth finish. Really like this. Even a newbie could probably smoke this with not one problem at all, as long as you don't nose exhale it. If you nose exhaled it, it would probably tickle your nose a little bit, might make you a little dizzy or lightheaded. But all of you that know me know I smoke really strong cigars, so it's not affecting me by any means. But, you know, just a regular newbie or, you know, your seasoned cigar smoker could really enjoy this. So, anyway, Cigar Bob's out. We hope you guys have a great Saturday evening, and I'll talk to you guys soon with the next cigar review. Later, folks.